What's happening, everybody? It is time for another draw reveal show, and we are going to one of my favorite places. It is time for the Select Medical Orange County Cup, and we're going to have a bonus. We're going to update you on the race to San Clemente, because that's where we're going, so why not update that as well? So lots of information for you, but let's start with the draw reveal, and as always, ladies first. And this is a lady that I want to see why she hasn't won singles yet. How is that possible? Catherine Parento, always in the mix, but has 0 golds in 2024. It sounds like I'm making that up. I'm not. And others have won. Judith Castillo's got to win. Brooke Buckner's got to win. But this lady doesn't. Will California be the answer? We'll find out. Let's see what she's going to be up against. Let's look at the draw. And it always starts with AL Dub. She's up there as the clear #1 seed. Will she rampage her way all the way to the finals? We'll find out. Jeannie Bouchard jumping back in the draw as the 23 seed. If she plays Arina Terashenko, that'd be awesome. OG versus tennis player jumping in. What a fun matchup that could be. Mary Brasha from Orange County wants to play well in her backyard as the 4 seed. I expect that she will. And there's Judith Castillo. Man, can she be a handful. So athletic on the court, tracks down everything. Love the fire from the Spaniard. Look out for the 8 seed. There's Parento up there, the 2 seed, and lurking in her quarter, if they both get there, would be Paris Todd. Paris's seed is getting better and better throughout the year. We knew that would happen. She was in the teens earlier. Now she's all the way up to the 7 seed. But she could have her hands full. Dom Schaefer made it all the way to the semis in Sacramento. Can she get it going? But wait a minute, before we even talk about that, look who the 18 seed is. Rachel Rohrabacher has said, yeah, I'm diving into the singles action here, folks. So she's the 18th seed. So look at that. She'd have to win against a qualifier, then beat Dom Schaefer, then Paris Todd. My goodness, Rachel, you're going to have your hands full, but we love that you are playing singles. Leah Jansen has been terrific in singles, dominated in Texas, won 2 out of 3 there. She is going to be a terrific player, and this setting is better for her. She had to scratch in Sacramento because of the heat. This will be much better for Leah. And then finally, Brooke Buckner. No one hits a cleaner ball than she does. So she's the 6th seed. We love the way women's singles has developed in 2024. The question is, will Catherine make a run all the way there? We'll find out. So that's the women. Now let's take a look at the men. And the dude to watch, of course, is Fed. What a rampage in singles he's been on all year. Has only missed getting to Championship Sunday 1 time. That was at the Texas Open. So this guy just keeps playing great. And we will really show you what that looks like when we go through the race standings later in this program. So let's take a look at the draw. And there he is. Fed's got the #1 seed by his name, and Ben's in the draw. We'll get to him in a second. So Staxrud has got his buddy Tellez down here as the 7 seed and could have an early battle with Kaysen Campbell. We love the sideways hat. He's playing Wyatt Stone in an early round match. Down at the bottom, McGuffin is the 4 seed. And Gabe Joseph has won in California before. Last year, he loves his home state. Could he just fly through there? He may be the fastest player on tour, so he can definitely fly. So lots of interest there. But this side of the draw is what's really interesting to me. Ben Johns up there is the #2 seed. Yeah, that's right. He is the 2 based on points and rankings. Very interesting. Roscoe Bellamy, the big fella from UCLA tennis, is playing better and better. Even jumped in the booth with me and did a great job. So can his play back it up as the 13 seed as he gets through there? And then Kwang Duong has been playing terrific singles. Had a battle with Ben in MLP. This is going to be awesome if those 2 would both get there. We shall see. Then you got Connor Garnett, another guy who is playing so well in singles all year long. But this is the one, the 11 seed over here, Chris Hayworth. He's the guy that took out Fed in Texas and almost beat Ben to take the title. He's back in the draw. as the 11 seed. No one wants any part of Chris Hayworth. So many good players on both sides of me right here. Is it going to be Fed again? Will Ben grab that #1 spot back, or will it be Hayworth or someone else who dives in and says, this is my time? We'll find out. It's going to be awesome. So that's singles. Now let's take a look at mixed doubles. And the team I have my eye on is this. Hello, Newman. Look at you playing with Leah Jansen. What firepower. This team could do serious damage. Let's take a look at the draw and see what they're going to be up against. We will start on my right. There is Ben Johns and Annalee Waters. They have been terrific all year long. What an imposing duo. Can someone take them out? We'll see out in California. And just to give you a flavor of how deep the mixed doubles draws are, look at the 17 seed. How fun is Elise Jones and Zane Navratil playing together? That is entertainment value off the chart. Then down in this next section, we've got J-Dub and Georgia Johnson, who have been terrific all year long. They keep getting better and better. They've made some finals. Look out for them. But then another spice. Connor Garnett, Caitlin Christian, the 19 seed. Paris Todd and Tyson McGuffin, the 12 seed. Come on. That's what it takes to even get a seed in the single digits. They don't have enough points yet. So that's this side. Over here, you've got Anna Bright and James Ignatowicz, consistently been the second best team all year long. Can they keep it up out in California? There's Leah Jansen and Riley Newman as the 5 seed. Cannot wait to watch them battle their way through. Deckel Barr and Tina Pisnik, have they been terrific together this year? Big D, all that flash and firepower. And Tina Pisnik, you want to get to the kitchen, you get yourself Tina Pisnik. My goodness, they get there every single time, just lays that ball into the kitchen and up they go. What a terrific, consistent player she is. And then some more of these fun seeds with double digits. Are you kidding me? Hurricane Tyra Black, Dylan Frazier, a 10 seed. Mary Brasha, Augie Guh, a 22 seed. Come on. That's what it takes, folks. You've got to play well every single week. So they're down there at the bottom. And then look at what we have here. Jack Sock not playing in this event. So Catherine Parento and the returning Christian Alshon are a team in this. Alshon had minor surgery. He is going to be back. He had to skip some PPA and last week's MLP. So he's back. And Catherine Parento is looking for points. Wait till you see where she's at in mixed doubles women's in the race. We'll have that for you a little later in the show. So completely bonkers teams over here. It's going to be so much fun. Mixed doubles, the ladies smacking the ball at the dudes. I absolutely love it. Who's going to take a coveted title in San Clemente? We'll have to wait and see. Now, let's move on to women's doubles. And these two ladies from Utah have so much potential. They just need Lady Luck to be on their side, especially it relates to their health. Megan Dazan had to scratch due to illness in Sacramento. We hate when that happens. So can they gel? Can they make this happen? Because they can push the top teams in women's doubles. We'll see their draw. Let's take a look at it right now. Annalee Waters and Catherine Parento have never lost on Tuesday through Sunday. Just let that settle in. They lost one time when Championship Sunday moved to Monday. That is it. That's how consistently awesome they have been all year long. No more deserving 1 seed across the board on the Carvana PPA Tour. The 3 seed on this side, back together, Lucy Kovalova, Callie Smith. They took a little time off, jumped back in and played very well together. Let's see if they can build on that. And then an interesting team, the number 13 seed. I like this team, Brooke Buckner and Zoe Wong. Lots of excitement around Zoe's game as well there should be. And Brooke Buckner, as I mentioned before in singles, such a good ball striker. So that combination right there might be very interesting and do some damage in this lower part of the draw. We'll see if they step up. On this side, Rohrabacher and Bright made a final. Didn't like what happened in the end. We'll talk about that later in the show. Lane Sleeth is coming along, man. The highly touted tennis player comes into pickleball, and she is playing well. So she's going to run out there with Jeannie Bouchard. We'll see if they can get some wins. There's Dazan and Wright. They are now the 4 seed, so you start losing points and you're not the 3 every time now, and that matters. So they are the 4 seed here. The 5 seed, terrific. Paris Todd, Hurricane Tyra Black, they are trouble. And then look at the 11 seed. I mentioned Mary Brasha loves playing in her backyard. Well, what's better than playing in your backyard with your sister? Very talented team. They haven't had that breakthrough win yet in 2024. They certainly did at the end of 2023. So will this be the week, and will this be the venue where these two make themselves a run? It's certainly possible. We love women's doubles. We can't wait to see these teams battle it out. Who's going to get to Sunday? Stay tuned for that. Now, to the dudes. Hey, Hayden Patriquin, welcome to the winner's circle, buddy. What a run he made last week to a title with Pablo's buddy Fed. Yeah, that's what happened. Hayden gets to Sunday and wins it, and he played awesome. So congrats to him. Now he's going to play with the lefty Pablo Tejas, so he's going to be switching sides. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how these two play together. We've got some new partnerships. Let's take a look at the draw. So here's men's doubles. Colin Johns and Ben Johns have not won in the last several tournaments. Colin skipped one. Ben played with Jimmy, and that didn't go great. So we'll see if these two back together. They played together at MLP with the Carolina Pickleball Club, so they have gotten some match reps in there, and they play together all the time, so not as critical for them. But they want to get back to getting gold medals draped over their necks, so we'll see if they can do that. The 5 seed is right there. There's Patriquin and Tejas, so they would have an early round quarterfinal. Yeah, quarterfinal with the Johns if they both get that far. That is interesting. Matt Wright is back with Fed. They played once earlier in the year, and they were terrific. Lost in the finals to J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier. So 1 for 1 on making Sunday for these two. I expect them to be very, very good throughout the year when they pair up. The 8 seed, look at this. Zane Navratil and Riley Newman. That could go all sorts of places. So much athleticism on that. So look at that. If the Reds make their way over there, these quarterfinals are going to be absolute fire, but there's a lot of other good teams in there to cause trouble. We'll see what happens. On this side, Dylan Frazier and J.W. Johnson have been terrific lately, and then Fed and Hayden showed up and stole all their lunch money. They got run over in the final. They did not like that in Sacramento at all, but that's what happened. Connor Garnett is back. I mentioned Alshon was out with injury. He is playing together. And speaking of injury, Jay DeVilliers had a very scary ankle turn. We didn't know how long he would be out. He's skipping singles, and now he's back with the winter soldier, Pat Smith, who also had to scratch due to an eye injury. So we hope these boys are back. We love watching them play, and we love seeing Jay DeVilliers pushing pickleball at the French Open in his home country over there in France. So we love watching how all our players take this and grow the game wherever they may be from. So are they going to be healthy and able to play at their highest level? We'll see as the 9 seed. Deckel Barr, Tyson McGuffin just consistently. I look up, there they are in the semifinals. It's like nonstop. Sun rises, sun sets, and Barr and McGuffin make semifinals. We'll see if they can keep that going. And then look at this. James Ignatowicz and Tyler Leung as the 7 seed. So Ignatowicz has been sort of having some new partners ever since we had our Taylor Swift section of the year when he and Matt Wright stopped playing together, Tejas and Staxrud stopped playing together, and then, you know, we got to mix and match some parts. So will this be good with the righty-lefty combo? It might. So those are the draws. Now let's jump into the overall storylines, and that lady is unbelievable. She collects gold medals in sets of 3. She is defending a triple crown here in San Clemente. Can she do it again? We'll find out. Next up on the storylines is That 70s Show. Folks, it was blazing hot in Sacramento, in the same state. It is going to be beautiful in the 70s, little coastal breeze there at that gorgeous setting in San Clemente. That is going to be really nice. women's doubles did not end the way the girlies, that's what they call themselves, that's not my words, Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrabacher got tap danced on in the final in Sacramento. They couldn't believe it. They won another shot at that lady, Anna Leigh Waters and Catherine Parento. But a lot of wins will be required on both sides of the draw to get that back. But that is going to be one focused team. Next up on the storylines is it is indeed a chance of a lifetime. This is one of the players, myself, the fans' favorite venues at this beautiful Lifetime Athletic Country Club out there in San Clemente. The views are spectacular. The images from there are great. This is truly a chance as a player to win at one of our favorite pickleball stops in the country. And finally, my cup runneth over 1,500 times. What on earth do I mean by that? I mean this is a cup worth 1,500 points. That's more points than an Open, and these players covet those points. It improves their seed, and it gets them closer to qualifying for the end of the year finals that's also played in San Clemente. That's right, we are on a race to San Clemente for our second stop there. Yeah, we love it so much, we are going back in December. This wonderful venue will host the finals, and you can't just say, hey, I'd like to play. Oh no, you got to qualify. How do you qualify? I'll show you the cut line, but it takes your top 16 results in calendar year 2024, and then we just rank them up, and I'll show you where we stand here about midway through the year. There's some very shocking results so far this year. Your eyes are going to be like, whoa. Yeah, that's right. So we wanted to give you, the fan at home, an idea of where these players stand and who needs to pick up their game to qualify for the finals. As always, ladies first, let's take a look at women's singles. And shocker, Anna Leigh Waters, far and away at the top. We take the top 8 ladies and men's in singles, and you can see that cut line right there. So Caitlin Christian just barely above the cut line, Lena Padiga-Meta and Judith Castillo just below. Some players have played more events so far and have accumulated more points. Others haven't played as much, so those factor in earlier in the year. The numbers you see in parentheses are the rolling 52-week seeding that these players have. So the way you can see who's playing better in 2024 is a player who has a better rank on the left than their number in parentheses, Caitlin Christian, 2 better there. So the race over here on the left, these ladies got to get going. Lauren Stratman, for example, would be a 5th or 6th seed in an actual draw right now, but in 2024, just the 12th. So she's got to improve her standing or she will not qualify in women's singles for the race in 2024. So that's women's singles. Now let's look at men's. Look at that lead that Federico Staksrud has over the field. 12,800 points accumulated in just 2024. That is preposterous. No one has ever been that many points ahead of Ben Johns in pickleball at anything. Now, certainly Fed has played more singles events than Ben, but man, is he always making it to Sunday? You're darn right. Now he's winning some to go along with that consistency. So he is at the top. Much of this is similar to their rankings as to the race, but the top 8 again are the only ones that make it. Look at this. Tyson McGuffin, if the season ended today, would not qualify for the finals. He's close to Jaume Martinez-Vic, but he's below the cut line. He needs to pick it up, and then he will get there. This is going to get more and more interesting, and this is going to be like the last few weeks of an NFL season where we're seeing people jockeying for position, trying to earn those points in the last few events of the year to get their way to San Clemente. So that's right, McGuffin below the line right now as we stand here. Now to mixed. With mixed doubles, what we look at is both men and women. We take 8 women, we'll walk through them in a second, and we take the top 8 men and then we pair them up. So only 8 spots available, and I showed you those draws earlier. It is crazy how hard it is to qualify in mixed doubles. So, Anna Leigh Waters dominating at the top, Anna Bright right there, Viv David always there with Thomas Wilson in mixed doubles. But folks, look at this. Catherine Parento. Yeah, Catherine Parento is in 11th position right now in the race and would not be playing in our mixed doubles final if we were having it tomorrow. That is shocking. She has got to pick it up. She and Jack Sock have not found the magic. As I mentioned, she's got Christian Alshon this week. We'll see if that can get them a lot of points in their second time playing together. Rachel Rohrabacher, you see, is 7th in the race, but 12th in the seeding, so she is going to keep getting a better and better seed, playing a lot with Fed Staxford, so that is a dynamic duo. But my goodness, Megan Dazan, Jessie Irvin, and then Catherine Parento below the line in mixed doubles. We'll keep an eye on that, but that's something to believe. Okay, next up, men's. Ben Johns, obviously, at the top, playing with Anna Leigh Waters every week. Thomas Wilson has been terrific in mixed doubles. And as we go down, we see Hayden Patriquin above the line as the 8th in the race. Good job for Big H. Down below, look who is 11th, Jack Sock. So very similar, in fact, the same position as Catherine Parento. When you play together and don't get the results, you end up in about the same spot. Christian Alshon has got to pick it up to qualify himself. So people will go above and below the line throughout the year, but players like Connor Garnett, Matt Wright, and Julian Arnold have got to get going, or they will not be playing mixed doubles in San Clemente. Now let's get to women's doubles, and this is where things get a little bit different. There are 16 spots because we need 8 teams, so we're not taken from 2 different places like we are with mixed with men and women. We need 16 players to form those 8 teams that will play in the finals. So it is that 16th spot that is the final available spot. And you can see Jade is at 16, ironically, and Jackie Kawamoto is at 18. So we'd only have half of that duo qualifying. Andrea Koop just below, Lauren Stratman and Elise Jones as well. Up at the top, they play together all the time, so not surprising that there is a tie at the top, Anna Leigh Waters, Catherine Parento. Anna Bright just plays everything, so that's why she has more points than her typical partner, Rachel Rohrabacher. And then it just slowly goes down. You can see someone like a Paris Todd, whose race ranking is 14. That's better than her 52-week rolling calendar. That has a lot to do with how much she has played. Georgia Johnson in a similar spot. So I would expect those numbers in parentheses to improve, and that improves their seed at Carvana PPA Tour. And then guess what? You have maybe a little easier matchup. You get more points. It's a symbiotic relationship here. But to qualify, you got to be 16 or above in men's and women's doubles. So we've seen the ladies. Now let's look at the dudes. And look who's number 1 in 2024 right now. It's not Ben, it's Colin Johns. Colin has played a couple extra events in there, gotten himself more points than Ben. So right now he's got 200 more points than his brother and is firmly at the top there. You also see Dylan Frazier played 1 more event than J.W. Johnson. So they do not have the same amount of points despite playing nearly every event together. But literally, those 4 are going to qualify without any problem. It's when we get down here that things get very interesting. So as I mentioned, top 16 will qualify. 3,200 points is currently the cut line. And we see we have Gabe Tardio and Connor Garnett tied at that spot. That's fine. But look who's lurking below the surface. Cue your favorite Jaws music. That's Riley Newman, just 100 points below the line. Guess what? He is absolutely going to qualify. He's coming for all these guys. He's been playing absolutely terrific pickleball since he returned to the Carvana PPA Tour. So, Tyler Loong, Augie Guh, you couple of lefties, and Zane Navratil, you guys are going to have to pick it up so that you can get above the line by the end of the year. We take the top 16, which sounds like a lot, and it is, but it's so hard to get there because there's so much talent out there playing on the Carvana PPA Tour. So that wraps up where we're at with the race standings today. There's a lot of pickleball left to be played. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep updating you guys. We'll mix in another recap of where the standings are in future draw reveal shows. And then at the end of the year, we're going to keep track of this so you don't have to at home, because individual matches might make the difference between who wins and who gets into the race and who doesn't. So lots of fun at the end of the year for that. So we can't wait to go to San Clemente in December, but guess what? We can't wait to go this week. That's right. We are going to go, and we have some great national coverage. We've got ESPN2 on Wednesday night, Tennis Channel on Championship Sunday. And just as a reminder, this is a progressive draw. So what does that mean? We will play the round of 32 on Wednesday, the round of 16 on Thursday. And when I say play it, I mean all the disciplines, singles, mixed, and men's and women's doubles. We will play the quarterfinals on Friday, semifinals Saturday, and then we will crown champions as we do on Sunday. So I can't wait to be on the call for all of these great matches at one of our favorite venues. Thanks so much for watching this show and watching the Carvana PPA Tour. I'm Dave Fleming. Peace.